Hello on this Saturday. Hope your day's off to a great start. Thanks so much for checking in with us here at Atlanta News First Plus as we look at a beautiful Midtown Atlanta. Hope you're making some plans to get outside. It is looking great out there. Good morning to you. I'm Megan Packer here with Atlanta News First Plus, and we will check in with First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi with that all-important Easter weekend forecast coming up here in just a minute. But first, I want to update you on some of the top news stories that we are following for you this morning, including a very active investigation happening right now in Fayetteville. This is something that we've been on top of since last night as breaking news, and it is a shooting at a Walmart, and police are still looking for the suspect. So let me pull up some video here that our crew on the scene shot last night. And this is what we can tell you at this point, that there is a 19-year-old suspect on the run. And this was the scene last night at this shopping center. The suspect is named Adrian Jelks. He's 19 years old. He is accused of fatally shooting a 19-year-old named Antavius Holton in the entrance of the Walmart there at the Fayette Pavilion Shopping Center last night. And that suspect, police say, works at the Walmart. A 9-year-old girl was hit by the gunfire during all of this. Innocent bystander, according to police. Just a little girl there at the store on a Friday night. Again, hit by a stray bullet. She is expected to be okay, thankfully. But again, a 19-year-old was killed in this shooting. That was the update from police early this morning. Was not only did one of the victims die, but they are still looking for this accused shooter. And they have released his photo. Let's take a look at it right here. I'll stop this video. Again, he is a Walmart employee, according to police. So they want to hear from anybody who has information about where he is right now. 19-year-old Adrian Jelks. They say he left the scene very quickly after the shooting. They found a vehicle that he was in abandoned later. They have made an arrest. This person right here, her name is Sandra Romero Nunez. She's also 19. She was arrested and charged with party to a crime. So we have a crew there in Fayetteville right now working this scene, working to get the very latest from police. But you can imagine the sense of urgency that the officers are feeling right now to catch this suspect on the run, and how it must be pretty unnerving for people in that community to be dealing with this news right now of an accused shooter on the run after somebody's shot and killed at Walmart. New this morning, a busy interstate was shut down for hours overnight after a 4-car crash. This is video from the GDOT camera set up at I-20 eastbound at 285. This is DeKalb County. You can see all of the debris in the road, what looks like a car flipped upside down on the side of the road. Crews were out there through the night to clear that crash. Traffic got moving once again this morning, but again, a bad wreck there that we are trying to get some more information. We'll be sure to update our website throughout the day as we learn more about that. We're also following this story out of Atlanta. An influencer who you may know from online has been kidnapped in Haiti, according to officials. The FBI Atlanta office is looking into the kidnapping of Addison Malouf. He is known on social media as your fellow Arab. He is best known for doing interviews in dangerous places. And Atlanta News First has confirmed with the White House that he has been kidnapped for ransom. The busiest day of the spring break travel season, or at least one of them, and what was expected to be the busiest day of the month at least at Hartsfield-Jackson has come and gone. The airport expected about 94,000 people to travel through yesterday on their way to a spring break destination. Of course, this coming week kicks off spring break for lots of school districts, so let us know where you're going. Are you heading somewhere warm and tropical? We can live through you. And speaking of flying and airlines, how about this? Pet lovers, you will be happy to hear this. American Airlines changing up its pet policy. It is easing the policy, in fact. American is now letting you bring a pet into the cabin along with a full-size carry-on bag. Their former policy only allowed a small personal item that fits under your seat if you were bringing a pet. Many pet owners thought that was unfair because you would have have to check a bag on top of paying a $150 pet fee. So there you have it. Something to celebrate if you are a pet lover this weekend. All right, that was just a quick update of some of your morning's top stories. Let's take a peek outside again on this gorgeous Saturday morning. We know you are ready to hear this forecast because I'm sure you're trying to meet up with friends and family this weekend for the holiday. Maybe you're going to sunrise service tomorrow. Lots of outdoor things happening. So we'll check in with First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. I'm Megan Packer. Thanks for being with us. And just make sure that you keep an update right here on our channel all day and on our website and our free Atlanta News First app. We'll update all of these developing stories. So Courtney, how are things looking right now? I'm hearing 70s and 80s in your forecast. I'm all ears.
Yes, doesn't that sound wonderful? I am very excited about this forecast. If you are lucky enough to have a pool either in your backyard or in your community, you can actually go hang out at that this weekend. It'll be that nice and warm this weekend. So get out and enjoy it because some changes right around the corner for the upcoming week. I would say work and school week, but a lot of you, like Megan was talking about, are on spring break. So maybe not the work and school week for you. I'm First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning. Let's talk about the beautiful weekend that we have in store. Just a great forecast, which I'm sure a lot of you have family and friends maybe coming into town for the holiday weekend. What a great forecast to be able to get out and about and just enjoy all that the city has to offer while you're kind of going out and doing things between Easter festivities. Let's talk about brunch plans. Doesn't that sound great this morning? Yeah, I know I'm starting to get a little hungry. It'll be a great afternoon to do so. Right now, temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, and then as we make our way through the early afternoon between noon and 2, temperatures in the low 70s. You'll notice the winds start to pick up a little bit as well, so just a heads up if you're doing any kind of outdoor barbecuing today, any kind of picnics outside, any kind of outdoor eating, that the napkins, if you're doing paper plates or plastic cups, those will get blown around a little bit today. Just something to keep in mind with that west-southwest wind sustained 10 to 15. Gusts as high as 25 possible this afternoon. But overall, just a great looking day with 70s through the first half of the day. High temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 70s. 77 for a high in Atlanta, 78 in Athens. A little cooler for the mountains where you'll top out in the low 70s. But overall, a really, really nice and comfortable day. Here's a look at those wind gusts that I was talking about. Expect the gusts to be 10 to 15 through about lunchtime, and then as we head into the heat of the days, the sun really puts in work, mixes up the atmosphere. We'll have wind gusts in the mid-20s, so 20 to 25 mile per hour gusts again out of the west-southwest possible today. Let's talk about that Easter Sunday forecast. As Megan said, if anyone's headed to a sunrise service tomorrow morning, 7, 8 o'clock, we're looking at temperatures in the low to mid-50s, so you'll probably want a jacket, but you'll peel the layers off through the day because through the afternoon, we're talking t-shirt weather. Noon, low 70s, and by 5 o'clock heat of the day, we're looking at an 80-degree afternoon, the first 80-degree Easter in a handful of years. So really, really nice Easter Sunday on the way. Now through Tuesday, as we start the week, we'll stay warm and dry with high pressure dominating over the southeast. But Tuesday night, that's when the changes arrive. We'll have a cold front move in. That's our next First Alert weather day. It will also bring us the chance for showers and thunderstorms. We've talked about this a lot. We've been fairly lucky with our past few systems really not bringing us much severe weather. If I recall, we had maybe one severe thunderstorm warning a couple of weeks ago with a front that moved in, a couple of trees down as well. But this particular system does look like it's going to bring us the chance for potentially some isolated severe storms. The Storm Prediction Center, they do day 1, 2, and 3 outlooks where you can get a little bit of a better picture. And that's just in the nature of model data. You have more to work with days 1, 2, and 3. But day 4, which would be Tuesday. So today is day 1, Saturday. Sunday's day 2, Monday's day 3, Tuesday's day 4. Storm Prediction Center already looking ahead to the potential for severe weather here in North Georgia, highlighting areas north and west of the city. So when the Storm Prediction Center does this, when they put us in a day 4 outlook, usually pay a little more attention because if we're already seeing signs of severe weather, more than likely that will continue as we head into the actual day. But still plenty of time to work with that, plenty of time to really hash out the fine details for you, timing, threats, all of that. Definitely going to see some very heavy rain and gusty wind as this front moves through, but any additional threats like hail or tornadoes, that's going to take a little bit more time to work out, but we will have more details on that really as early as tomorrow and even more so as we head into Monday. So here's a look at Futurecast. We should stay dry through the first half of the day. Temperatures approaching 80 degrees as we wait for this front. So clearly we'll have a lot of fuel for this to work with. We'll be pumping in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico with that southwest wind continuing. We'll have plenty of heat. You put those two things together and you run a cold front up against it, yeah, you're going to get storms. So 4:30 in the afternoon, storms moving through Alabama. Definitely a higher risk for severe weather out to our west just because of the timing. But with that said, this could change if the front speeds up and it looks like it's going to move through when we have a little bit more fuel and daytime heating to work with. That could change our severe weather picture on Tuesday to something greater. As we head into the evening, after sunset through around 11 o'clock at night, that front moving through a lot of the area. This is when I think we'll watch for severe weather, mainly after sunset before midnight. I think after midnight as we go through the overnight hours. As of right now, the dynamic's just not as favorable for severe storms. So our overnight threat for severe weather not near as great. And it looks like we should be dry by the Wednesday morning commute, but behind it, much colder and windy. In fact, you can see this model behind the banner there. You see that purple color? That's indicating some winter weather for the Appalachian Mountains. So very cold air spills in behind it. We're not looking at winter weather here, but definitely some colder and windy conditions. In fact, on Wednesday, wouldn't be surprised to have a wind advisory in place because models are already hinting at gusts 35 to 40 on Wednesday with the cooler air. So I know you're putting those jackets away for the most part this weekend, but keep them on standby because you'll need them for the second half of the week. A really different picture depending on what half of the 7-day you look at. So the weekend looks spectacular. Upper 70s to low 80s. Cool tomorrow morning. So again, you'll need the jacket if you're headed to sunrise services outdoors tomorrow, but the afternoon just looks great. Low 80s with mostly cloudy skies on Monday, and then we'll be near 80 on Tuesday again ahead of that cold front. That'll bring us our first alert weather day for evening storms. Breezy and colder on Wednesday. That threat, again, for severe weather, not necessarily persisting through the overnight, but definitely rainy overnight. And then as we head into Thursday and Friday, take a look. I think what's really important, we're going to wake up in the upper 30s and low 40s Thursday and Friday, so quite cold with highs only in the upper 50s to low 60s. Next Friday is the first Braves home opener game here at Truist Park. So if you have tickets and you're already thinking about that game, just know that you're probably going to want to think about bringing a jacket with you as well because it will be quite cool. By the time first pitch goes off, it'll more than likely be in the upper 50s. So something to keep in mind as you're looking ahead to the end of the week. But in the meantime, soak in all the beautiful warm sunshine for Easter weekend. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning to get your news and your weather. As Megan said, stay right here on Atlanta News First Plus, the Atlanta News First app, First Alert Weather app. All those tools are great to stay updated throughout the day and throughout the week. I hope you make it a wonderful Easter weekend and enjoy the beautiful day today. We'll catch you here next time.